know that I will start from the 2nd minute mark. So I'll wait for people to join, and then I will start on the 2nd minute mark. You are very, very much welcomed in this live. Yes, so we shall just wait for 2 minutes and then I will start. Yeah. So I'm so glad that you joined. Let me know how my audio is, how my visual is, if you can hear me, if there is something I should adjust. So if you're joining, just know I will start on the 2nd minute mark. If you are replaying the replay, which will be saved in lives, just start on the 2nd minute mark if you want to just start. But for now, let us wait for people to join. Yeah, it will be nice if you subscribe, so that you'll be like be getting the notifications. And if you subscribe, you have to click on the notification so that you are able like to know when I am going live, if you like. Okay, so let's wait for a few seconds and I will be starting. So hi everyone, my name is Mombi Figil Rachel, and I am a coach, a divine alignment coach. I inspire, I activate people to align with their authentic self and to embody that version of them, and to also manifest, because when you do that, you are able to manifest abundance in all areas of your life. And how I help people to do that, it is the same way I have done it. It is by doing the inner work, by releasing the blocks, by releasing the blockages, so you come to your authentic version. Yeah. The spirit of stagnation shows up in different ways, because if you are stagnating and you are not like moving forward, it is like a spirit you are embodying, what in the maybe spiritual or other religious community they will say stagnation, but really it is your energy that is stagnated. That is how I see it. And if you want to get out of that, you have to start breaking free from your old self. You have to break free from the self from you who is holding that energy, and start embodying another energy in you, which is not of stagnation. So if you feel yourself like you are going forward, you are going backward, you are stagnated, things are not moving, it is an energy you are carrying, an energy of stagnation, an energy of backwardness. And if you are trying to, or if you have tried, people go for years, for decades with that spirit or with that energy, and it is, unless you understand that, you have to break free, like you have to separate yourself from that energy by embodying another version of you that is not stagnated. And that is what I am talking about breaking free. Because the way I see things, I see it in a spiritual way. So the way you do that, it is by breaking free from your old self. It is from breaking free from your old self. And how you know that you are stagnated, it is, for example, you start doing something, or you decide, now I am embodying this version, I am showing up in this way, and you show up to a certain point. And then there is always your breaking point. Are you getting me? There is always your breaking point. There is always a point that you come and you slow down, or you break down, or you give up. If you identify that point, you just need to go beyond that point. And if you go beyond that point, you will be on the other side. You will be on the other side. You have to identify the point in your life where when you start something, there is a point where you always give up, where you always slow down. You have to identify that point and go on the other side of it. And when you do that, you will be on the other side. Are you getting me? You just have to go beyond yourself. You have to go beyond where you usually stop. That is how you are going to overcome stagnation. An easy example. If, for example, we say like, for example, I am just using something you can think about. If, for example, somebody says that they are stopping to smoke, and they say they stop and they go for 3 days without smoking, but probably it was not the first time. But on the 4th day, that is when their spirit will give up and they will start smoking again. Are you getting me? If they say they will stop drinking, it is on the 4th day, maybe they'll do it for 3 days, and on the 4th day, it is their breaking point. If they say that probably they're starting a diet, maybe they'll go for 3 days, and on the 4th day, it is when they break down and they get out of the diet. It is showing, that is not what I'm saying. That is, for example, their breaking point. And if somebody can know what is their breaking point and they go beyond that, that is how you start to overcome the spirit of the old patterns, the spirit of the old self. Because to go forward, you have to overcome the spirit of the old, the spirit of the past, the spirit of the old you. Because going to the other dimension or going to the next you, the next version of you, do you know you have to embody the next version of you? You have to embody the next version of you. And the next version of you, it is not the version that is stopping on the 3rd day. That is the version of you that had overcome that threshold or that line. So you have to start knowing what are your patterns. You have to start knowing what are your habits. You have to start knowing what are your weaknesses. You have to read yourself and to know what thoughts do you start thinking on that 3rd day before you give up. There is a pattern of thoughts you are thinking. There is a feeling that you are thinking. There is an environment that you are keeping yourself, that usually take yourself to the back you. Because the new you and the old you, they are fighting. Who is going to be in control? Who is going to be in control? And the one who is going to win, that is who you are going to manifest in, or that is the one who you are going to embody. And the more and more like the old you is winning, the stronger you are making them. So at a point, you have to start understanding yourself. You have to start understanding your patterns. You have to start understanding your limitations, your strength. You have to know your strength. So next time when you decide that you are doing something, remember the last time you said about that thing again. Where did you stop? Because you want to go beyond there. You want to go beyond there. You want to go just one stage over it. Even if you go one day over it, you are no longer the old version. You are another version. Are you getting me? So it is you starting to understand what are your patterns, what are your thoughts. And now this time, because you are planning to win, you are going to go strategically in your battle because you are going to win. So you need the strategies. You need to know your weaknesses. You need to know your thought patterns. What do you usually think? You are thinking it is not working. You are thinking, I am so weak. You are thinking, you have to know the patterns or thoughts that you are thinking. Because when those thoughts come, that is now when you are going to be aware. You are going to be aware. You are thinking it is not working, and that is where now you are going to start like using the opposite thoughts. If you usually think it is not working, you are going to start inputting the thought pattern that it is working. It is working. So you have to prepare yourself. You have to know, for example, the version of you that you want, and consciously plan that you are going to be that version. You are going to think like that. And the more and more you do it, the more and more that you are going to gain victory over the old you. The more and more you are going to break, those links with the old you. The more and more you are going to embody the new you. Are you getting me? And do you know that is also how generational patterns show up? Because generational curses or generational patterns are just things that your generation have been doing. So the moment you start to realize what have they been doing, what patterns have they been doing, how have they been showing up, and you prepare yourself, you stop showing up in that way that they have been showing up. In your generation, in your ancestral line. So most of the times, even I say it is a little bit not wise. People are going through generational patterns when they ask for advices from the same people who have those patterns, because they will just tell you the things they have been doing to remain in those patterns. Because if they have not overcome those generational patterns, how can they advise you? They will still give you the advice that will keep you in the generational patterns. So sometimes when you start like to go in the next version, that is why most of the times, even you hear in the Bible, somebody like Abraham will be told, get out of your people. Like people will be called from their family line to get away from them, because that will corrupt a new version of somebody who is upcoming. So if you want to come out of old versions, old patterns, old versions of your old patterns, generational patterns, most of the times you have to accept to be set aside. So I don't know if somebody is getting me or somebody have a question on that. Ivan, I can see you. Lion, I can see you. I see you. Hello to you. Thank you for joining, and those who are also joining, and those who are giving the likes. Thank you. I appreciate, and I hope this is really helping you. So I am telling you, if you want to get out of a version or an old pattern, or a version of you that is old, and you want to come to a new version of you, a new identity of you. For example, an example is, when I mean new identity of you, I mean, for example, you are somebody who smokes and you want to be a non-smoker. That is another identity of you, because the smoker is not the non-smoker. Or if you are in a version, for example, who is in this career and you want to go to the next career, or you feel that you are not in your ideal body and you want to come to ideal body, you have to start like breaking free from the old version of you by realizing what are your weak points, where do you usually give up, what thoughts do you usually have before you give up. You have to know yourself to that level. So if you usually go for 3 days, then you give up on the 4th day, you are going to push yourself to go on the 4th day. You will be ready. You become ready, strategically ready. You know that you usually give up. You have tried 5 times and you know that you usually give up on the 3rd day. So you are going to be ready, because you'll know that on the 3rd day you will start to give up. there is a likelihood of you giving up. So you yourself just being ready, having that awareness, it is going to empower you. You are going to be empowered, and that is how you gain victory. You just have to go on that extra day, and you will see that from there you are like creating victory. You go from level to level. You just have to break from the old you, from the old pattern, from the old point where you usually give up. It is dimension. You will be breaking free from a dimension. So that is what I wanted to talk about. I think this week I'll be talking on manifestation. That is the way I feel like I am leaning to. And yeah, just doing, manifesting and all that. I don't know if that is something that most of you resonate with. I'll be talking on manifestations and all that, whatever that I will feel like aligned to. So is there somebody with a question? So if you have some patterns that you are wanting to break free from, or if you are in a version of you and you want to come to another version, or for example, you want to come to a more authentic version of you, you have to stay in the authentic version and not to be pulled back to the version of you that is inauthentic. If you want to stay in the version of you who is powerful, you have to understand that you have to be in that, how do I say it? You have to be in that version and not to be pulled back to the version of you that is not, authentic. Are you getting me? Are you getting me? And you remain there even if your physical reality is not reflecting to you that, you still have to remain there. That is how like you pull more energy to you of the, for example, the authentic version. Because for example, that is what I help people come to. So if you want to, like for example, I can use that example. If you want to come to your authentic version, know that you are coming to your authentic version, and your mindset will start to tell you that you are not in your authentic version because of that and that and that. But you have to remain your mind focused on that you are in the identity of your authentic version. And the more you are thinking of that, those dominant thoughts, you will create more energy to you that is authentic. So you have to be firm on your faith. Are you getting me? You don't allow the reality to pull you back to the old version of you, because that is where you are coming out of. But if you are not aware that you have two versions, you'll be pulled back. So there is a lot of awareness you need to have to be aware that I am moving from this version to this version. So the old version will be pulling me away. And so it is up to you now, your willpower. And that is what Wallace Wato even say. No, that is where your willpower come into play. Yeah. How long can you support your mind to stay in the version of you that you want? Willpower. That is where you use willpower. And of course, prayer. So I don't know if there is somebody with a question. If there is no question, I will be signing off. And I'm so happy that you joined. And I hope to see you in the next lives. And stay authentic. Stay in your version, in the version that you want to be. And abide there. So bye-bye. And have a nice day. Have a good night. Bye-bye.